Hey there everybody, welcome along to the channel. Today I'm going to do a very short video, and this is to explain to you how to make billboards. This is how I made them anyway. I'm not an expert by any means, but I just wanted to show. There's been a couple of people, when I put a picture of a billboard up in the Facebook groups I'm in, asking how to do this. So I figured, well, why not make a short video just to say how I did it, and if you want to copy my methods, by all means. There are obviously other ways of doing it. This is the way to get them in the game, at least. You know, you will learn the technique for that, but I'm sure there are other ways to do it. So let's get started anyway. Firstly, I have made a little notepad here which I'm going to put up on the screen for you, which you can pause and look at any time. Hopefully this explains most of it. It shows here that you got to place your artwork in the following folder, and I will go to that now just to show you. So if you want to read this, pause it now. You can read it, obviously, to your heart's content. I'm just going to show you quickly. This is how you get to the correct folder. I did double click. It's just taking a long time to open for some reason. Okay, so if you go into Documents and you find your Frontier Developments folder, which is here. Double click, not one. And obviously you've got Planet Coaster, Planet Zoo. If you want both, Planet Zoo, click on that. And you click on User Media. And there you go. That is the billboard that I have in the game currently, which I'm going to show you how to make in a second. In there. That's where you put all your artwork, and it should show in the game. Okay, so let's come out of that. And yes, so it says to create billboards, use the website canva.com. Okay, so that's the next step I'm going to show you. We'll come back to the picture sizes in a second. Okay, so let me just show you the website. This is canva.com. There is a pro version, but I always use the free. I don't pay for it. You can get other bits and pieces if you pay for it. You can also pay for like individual pictures if you want to use them as well. So I use this. I've been using this for about 2 years. You can see down here my designs. I have used it for a lot of my YouTube video thumbnails. I also use it for other things. You know, I don't just use it for that, but yeah, it's mostly I create all my YouTube video thumbnails using Canva. You can see here it's just lots of it's 99% full of that stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to create a brand new design, even though I've already created this before. Okay, now when you come into this, you get all sorts of things. You can create Instagram posts, you can create YouTube, but this is the button we're going to concentrate on today. It's custom size. So because these billboards have to be specific sizes. Okay, so if I click on custom size, you can type in the width and the height in pixels. Now, I've already made a note of what you need on this handy little document. So, wide, large, these are the big projection screens, the 8 meter, 16 meter, 32. That's the size you need of pixels. The medium ones, the medium size ones, which are TV screens, which are like the current billboards that they have in the game. You know, the old school ones with the animals on. They're those ones, and they're 4 meter projection screens. You need 912 by 512. And the square ones, like you get the square screens, 512 by 512. Wide, small, they will be like your habitat and exhibit screens, the ones you get on the stands. They're 456 by 256. And this is the one we're going to concentrate on today. We're going to make one of the conservation board signs, okay, and that is tall. Counts as tall, 9 by 16, and it's a 256 by 456 pixels. Okay, so that's what we want, 256 by 456. So you just type in here, fairly straightforward, 256 by 456, and create new design. Okay, and you'll be brought up to this lovely screen here. That is your area to work within. You get all these options here. You can add Canva's own elements to things. You can add photographs that are already in stock, so they may have stocks of I mean, if you just check, they may have a monkey. I don't know. Let's have a little look. Yeah, there you go. So they have stocks already of certain photographs if you want to use those. If it's marked Pro, you will have to pay for it. There you go. Pay 99p, or you can sign up for Canva Pro, which is something like, I think it's £14 a month, something like that. I don't do it, so I don't know for definite. But you can use these individual pictures. You just have to pay for them if you use them, obviously. So I think if you don't pay for them, you can use them still, but I think they get watermarked, which, you know, at the size of the screen, you're not going to see too bad. But I mean, I wouldn't particularly want that in the middle of my picture personally. And if you want to remove the watermark, it will take you to a purchase screen. Okay, so bear that in mind if you want to use that sort of stuff. But personally speaking, I don't. I find my own images from Google, and I go to this screen here, which is uploads, and there you see I've got all my stuff already uploaded, what I'm going to use for this picture. Okay, so first things first, we will add the background picture. Oh, let me just show you a couple more options. You can also do, they also have backgrounds. They have a lot of free backgrounds. Again, you can search, so if you wanted to search for, I don't know, leaves maybe or something like that. Oh, I can type properly. There you go. So you could use that as your background. Again, it's got watermarks on, so you need to be careful if you're going to use ones that are not free. That one doesn't come up that it's not free, so I don't know why that's got watermarks, but there you go, that one hasn't. So you could use that as your background, say, if you wanted to. And you can also resize a lot of these pictures. I'm not sure if you can resize that one or not. A lot of them will come, you know, resizable anyway, and you can add effects to them as well. Up the top here, like you have little filters and stuff like that you can add. So if you wanted to just sort of like change the color, there you go, so that's gone a bit brighter, you can make it a bit yellower, you can sort of like take the color down, or you can do it manually and you can sort of like change the saturation and all that sort of stuff. There you go, just fine tune it however you want. It's a very, very good website, this one. Text, you can also add some text if you want. You've got text styles, and also if you put one in, you can also change it manually up here. You can change to all the different styles. Again, some will have crowns next to them, which means they are premium features, and you wouldn't be able to use them. You can obviously change the text color, etc. So there's a lot you can do with this. I prefer to use my own. I generally create my own text. I've got Photoshop as well, so I'll create my own text in Photoshop, but I always use Canva to do the thing itself because it's very simple to use, I find. Okay, let's just knock a quick billboard up then. So this is what I made yesterday. I used this stock image of Mount Fuji and a cherry blossom, obviously because Japanese macaque. Okay, so we can drag it out to our preferred size. Obviously it automatically sort of puts it within the borders. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, actually I might want to delete that because I just think I want to reposition that slightly. I want it so that there's not. So I'm trying to be so precise. I don't need to be with this one because, you know, I'm just showing you an example. But you know, that's what I'll do it. What we're happy with. There we go. That's better. I think that's more central. Now, when I did my billboard, I didn't particularly like the colouring of this. I thought it was a bit too dark. So again, like I said, you can change all this, the saturation. So I whacked the saturation right up to get a nice vibrant pink. Put the contrast and the brightness up as well. Actually, no, the brightness is fine. But you can see the pink is so much brighter. Yeah, I think that's about right. I don't think I need to change that any further. Yeah, and then I put this on here and just put it so it's big enough, and then just I crop that down so we just got the Japanese macaque at the bottom explaining what you do. And I had this picture which someone pointed out to me looks a very sad monkey. He does look a bit sad. Like I said, I'd like to think he's just concentrating on his job, but you know, that's me being romantic. So you put it to whatever size you want, and this is a little trick. You think, oh well, that's no good, that's in the way, isn't it? So what you do there is you select that and you select position and just move it backwards, and there you go. You have your macaque hopefully in position. Yeah, I think he's about right there. You can also, again with this, you can change the, if you want him a little bit of a different colour, you can sort of like bring him out again, make him a little bit brighter, a little bit more vibrant if you want to. And there we go. Look, how long has that taken me? I mean, obviously finding the pictures is a little bit more tricky, and if you want to cut them out, I mean, I didn't cut this one out myself. I found a pre-cut out image which I use, but you know, that's personal choice again. You just click the download button You can obviously name it and everything. If you had the premium features, you could do some of this stuff, like you could resize, but you don't want to resize anyway because obviously you need it in the format. I would always choose PNG because it's a high quality image, it's better. I always use PNG as my default. And obviously click download. I'm not going to do that because I already have this downloaded. I don't want to download another one, but that will just go into your regular PC downloads folder. Actually, I'll do that because what we want to do is this little demonstration of what we do after this. So it prepares your design, and you see it's flashing up there, so it's downloading. Okay, let's go find it in the folder. Now, say that is what you would drag. I mean, I like I said, I would rename it something like why. If you, whatever you know, so if it's your conservation board, for example, you want to label it as taller because it's a tall picture. You could put portrait, you could put conservation board, whatever you want, but put the species in it. That's the most important thing. Make sure you put, like, if you want to just put macaque, or you want to put M or whatever, just so you can find it, because if you have hundreds and hundreds of these, you know, you're not going to be able to find it. And then I say we drag it into, and we'll just do the quick links here. So it's documents, we want frontier developments, Planet Zoo, user media, and you drop it in there. And when you open your folder, there you go. See, I labeled mine tall and Japanese macaque, just so that I can find it within the game. And we're just going to delete that one actually, so we can so we don't have too many in the folder. But that's how you do it. That is basically it. I mean, you know, and you can do all the different sizes, the size boards and everything. Let me now show you. So I'm going to cut to the game, and I'll show you. Actually, let's just finish off looking at this first. Here we go. So they're the sizes of all the boards. We've done that. Make sure it's in PNG format and the correct size, because that's very important. If it's not the correct size, it won't show up in the game. So make sure you get it the right size. There's a little tip for you there, like I just told you. Rename picture to find easy in the game, depending on the shape of the billboard and etc. So you want to find it easy in the menu. So give it something that you know you can find. When you select your billboard, which I'm going to go over in a minute, you would click override texture, then you click on a folder, which is the second in the list that comes up. It's like literally a folder icon, and all your custom pictures should be in there. If you don't see anything in there, I think it's happened to me first time I did it, just hit the refresh user folder button and it will refresh everything in there, and it should show up in the game. Okay, I'm just going to quickly load the game up now, and I'll show you how to put it in the game. Okay, so here we are within the game, and we click on a conservation education board. This is the one I want to show you all a demonstration of. Make sure it has power, because I did that the first time I was trying to do this. I didn't put the power on, so that didn't go too well. Okay, so we click on it. You see you can't select override texture yet, so what you need to do is just put a default one in, so just click that. That's your default board. Okay, now the override texture function is available. Okay, so if you click on default, you go to custom media and you click on the second icon here, which is a folder. Click on that and your artwork will all come up, and you probably will have hundreds by the time you do this. It also shows you there, look what I showed you on the thing, that's the ratio you have to have everything in for the different boards. So it's a very good format there. It tells you what formats you can save them in. Does put PNG first. I do recommend PNG for sure. So let me click on that one, and we click OK, and there we have it. It is now on the board and in the game, and it looks pretty darn good. Pretty simple, I think you'll agree. Okay, so I'm just going to cut to my zoo now, and you can see it actually going in my game. Okay, guys and girls, there we go. There is my board within my zoo at my Japanese macaque exhibit, obviously. Looking pretty good. People stopping to read it, which is a good sign, I guess. This is where my exhibit is, over here. Yeah, so it's a pretty good location for it. I might put another one up somewhere, but yeah, I mean, obviously you don't have to use the conservation boards just for conservation, that they can show any picture. So obviously that's my little monkey looking reflective next to Mount Fuji. Okay guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. If you do have any questions, don't forget to put them in the comments below. Not a problem, I'll answer them as soon as I can. If you are new to the channel, I hope you will subscribe. I have other Planet Zoo videos. I have more on the way as well. My series Planet Zoo for Dummies just does a few little tutorials, things you probably already know, things you may not know. So if you want to check them out, if you're a fan of the game, that will be fantastic. And if you do like the video, don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget, if you want to put a comment, you can do it below or on my social media channels, which I will flash up on screen right now. And hope you enjoyed the game, and let me know, show me some links to your creations. I would love to see some more billboards. I'm always looking for new ideas and stuff, and you know, that would be fantastic to see what you guys come up with. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Take care. See you on my next video. Bye for now.